day one, baby! I'm so excited. This is the first charity event I get to be a part of, and it's the first day. We have so many cool things to do, and I got so many things I get to talk to you guys about. And you know what? Let's have the graphics on screen first, because we're not going to start off with art just yet. So everybody is here, which means we are good and ready to go. I'm so excited. All right, like I said, I was actually going to start today's stream off by talking about the donation stuff, the Tiltify, my pinned message is ready because I added this to my start. So I can pin this for the stream so that the link is at the very top all stream. There we go. Making that nice and easy to find. And I don't have music. Wait, I forgot music. Hi, Fancy. Welcome in. I forgot to have music playing. There's no sounds. We're doing an art stream, but like I need music at least. I'm not opening up Spirit City this time. I don't want to. All right. Let's just look up Pokemon Lo-Fi. That'll probably be good enough. I don't trust that image. That's like 100% AI. That's from 3 years ago, so it's probably not. Thank you for making me small. Sorry, I'm trying to find music. Oh, this is an AI, and it's a little animation. That's probably good. There we go. We have some, like, cute versions of Pokemon music. Sorry, hello everybody, welcome in. We are doing the first stream for Pokemon for Palestine. So hello Fancy, hello Meeples, hello Comet, welcome in everybody. So as you can see, 1, I'm small, ignoring that, and 2, look, we have graphics on screen. So I'm going to be explaining to you guys my incentives and the stuff we plan to be doing today. So for 1, these are all of my incentives. They're also on the pinned panel at the bottom of the screen, or just at the very top if you scroll down. Depending on how your panels look. I think they might still be shown if you don't have the stream on full screen. I don't know how panels work on mobile. Big apologies, but at the very least, you can look at it right here. I need a tool that actually shows up on stream so you can see what I'm pointing at. This? Good enough. So ignoring most of this, we're gonna scooch over here. Also, never mind. Oh no! It's fine. The tool I'm using literally moves stuff around, so that's kind of my bad, but like I need to use this. Also, I've changed my mind. This music is driving me nuts, so I guess I am opening up Spirit City. I don't like this. I'll be honest with you, absolutely hate this music right now. I don't know why, it's just like way too loud in my ears. And because of that, it's causing me, like, physical pain. So I'm gonna get Spirit City opened up so I can listen to its music quietly in the background. And then have actual music I like listening to while I draw. But yeah, let me get that fixed up real quick. Also, there are new commands for Pokemon for Palestine. We do have the pinned message, so if you need the link, it's up there at the top. But also, if you wanted to look at information real quick, you can just do !PFP, and it'll show you a little bit of information popped up. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me again for another stream. I'm very excited for this one because we're doing a fun little art challenge that I am calling Pokemenu. It's not the most original name, but I don't think that's been used as a hashtag for art challenges just yet. So I'm gonna take it. Also, let me get some actual music playing that I like. Spirit City! I'm hoping you have the good stuff today. So far, so good. I don't dislike. We have the Lo-Fi Girl. Oh, Lo-Fi Girl Halloween music. Yeah, Halloween music. Ah, thank goodness. Who doesn't? Oh, it's not playing through the stream. Properties. Where is it? Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. There we go. Now you guys get to listen to the Spirit City music. And I get to mute my music playthrough, and I get to listen to the music I like during the stream. We still got background noise, I just get to listen to the stuff I want without getting copyright claimed. But yeah, sorry. Let me grab some music that I want to listen to real quick. Actually, I'll do that in a second. I'll go find my playlist in a second. But yeah, we are doing the first day of Pokemon For Palestine, because it is October 3rd. At least it is for me. So, our incentives, if you donate $5, I will doodle a Pokemon. I will drop anything I'm doing if I can, normally during an art stream, to draw you a Pokemon doodle for the next 5 minutes. It may be good, it may not be good. You'll find out when I draw it. I have no promises that any of the Pokemon art that I draw will be good for this one, but I'll try my best. I will only drop what I'm doing if it's during an art stream. If I'm playing a game, I'm just gonna have to owe it to you later during another art stream or just offline. I apologize for that, but I am not going to open Clip Studio Paint when I'm already playing a game. It will fuck up my computer. I've tried it before, it doesn't go well. Welcome back from ads. Sorry, I'm just getting started on talking about the incentives. For $10, I will turn a character of yours into a Kuiper Bunny. You guys know the Kuiper Bunnies, the little guys at the bottom of the screen, and I will be turning them into their updated forms. These incentives are actually on the Tiltify, so you can just click them and add them to your cart. I also suggest you only send donations to the Tiltify because I do not want to transfer your money for you, especially if it's via Twitch. There are all kinds of things that take money out of it. Like if you sub, I'm not donating $5 for you. That's not the same thing. Because I only get like half of that. So this wouldn't really be entirely your money. Half of it already got taken by Twitch. I also won't be translating your bits for you. I'd much prefer you just send the money directly to the campaign so it's easier to track. And also so I'm not having to wait to my next payout to get that money, because that's not how Twitch works. But I also understand if you guys cannot donate. You are not required to. I just appreciate you guys for being here in the first place. If you can share the campaign, tell other people about it, that'd be a great way to support without sending anything. Or hell, just hanging out in streams, because, I don't know, I guess it doesn't really do much, but it makes me feel better. You guys still get to hang out with me and enjoy the streams that I'm doing for the event. But yeah. We also have different milestones. The top donor gets a special reward. There's a incentive for $20, which is a flat-colored half-body sketch of any character you desire. It can be yours, it can be you, it can be your OC. Well, I won't turn a person into a character. I don't tend to draw from real-life people. But I'll turn your Sona into one. And the top donor gets a special reward. Top donor for my thing. There may or may not be top donors for the entire team that do more than specifically from my group, or specifically to my campaign. But this is for my campaign, the top donor. So if you want to be counted for the top donor, you have to donate to my campaign, which is the one that's pinned. For our milestones, at $25, you guys get to choose my profile picture on all social medias and Discord. For 1 month, I will veto anything weird. No, we are not doing not safe for work. I trust you guys won't try to do that, but also, I'm just gonna let you know, if it's too weird, you're gonna have to pick something else together. At $50, I have to learn the Pokemon rap. On stream. I'm not allowed to stop the stream until I get the Pokemon rap right correctly once. Can't mess up any of the Pokemon. I can mess up the singing parts since normally it's supposed to be 2 different people. But I am not allowed to mess up the Pokemon rap itself. I have to get every Pokemon right. I'm not allowed to end the stream until I do. There's also the added downside, which is if I can't learn the rap and don't mess up the rapping part during that stream, I will in fact have to donate $20 as a apology. So I'm going to be trying my best though. But yeah, if I can't learn the rap in one stream, then I will in fact have to donate $20. So that's the punishment. I'm already doing 25, and I might donate the 20 anyway later, but at that point, that will be when I have to do the 20. Hi, Galaxy. I appreciate you not being financially responsible in this one specific case. For $75 as our milestones, I'll be doing a Chat Makes a Pokemon stream, which means you guys get to choose what typing we're giving it, whether it's single or dual type. You guys get to figure out what animal or mythical creatures we're using. We get to come up with a special ability together and what it's known for and its lore. So, Chat Makes a Pokemon stream is going to be really fun, but we have to get to those milestones first. And at 100, I get to do a Pokemon Smasher Pass for all 1,000 plus Pokemon on stream. I don't know how long that's going to take me, and I don't care. I am also going to make the promise that I am going to be at least somewhat genuine with all of my answers. Unless I take a really long time and we get to 1,000, I'm just tired and want to get it over with. But for most of my answers, I will be trying to answer genuinely. I will have to think them out. I'm not just gonna go, yes, no, because it's funny. I'm going to genuinely think about them, and perhaps even debate with you guys on whether or not it should or should not be a Smasher Pass. Also, yes, I will start the stream up with a prediction that lets you guys go how many, like the biggest percent of Smasher Pass I'm gonna have. You gotta pick at the beginning. You'll see how many points you guys can get with that, so that's gonna be fun. Also, hi Shay, hi Agent. Sorry I didn't give a hi to you before I was reading out milestones, but I did see you join. Thank you very much for being here. And Galaxy, hi. Galaxy is, I think, getting ready for a donation. I don't know how much she's planning, but she did already say that she wanted to help get the goal, so yay. Also, this is not information that I put on any of my, like, graphics or anything, so I'm sorry for that. But I have said before that I do plan to match the first $25 of donation. So we're always going to get to the $50 Pokemon Wrap stream. So yeah. During the Pokemon Wrap stream, my main goal is just to get every Pokemon right. I am not going to promise that I will do the singing parts as well, because I don't want to, and that's a bad idea. I literally tried this morning. It's not easy to keep my breath and do the sing parts and then immediately go into rapping. So that's probably why the rap has a different person for each part. But if we do get to 100, there is actually a secondary milestone reward. Not only will I be doing the Pokemon Smasher Pass for all 1,000 plus Pokemon, or however many are in the website I chose for Pokemon Smasher Pass, but also I will be unleashing the Pokemon Wrap cover. I'm gonna have to put on my big girl pants and figure out how the fuck to edit, and I'm going to do an official cover of the Pokemon Wrap and put it out on the internet, on my channel. So you guys will get that. I'll have to redo it. It's not gonna be the one from the stream. I'm going to actually spend time to, like, get the vocals right for both parts, put them together, and put that out there. But that's only if we get to 100. So that's like a secondary reward. We currently do not have any listed, like, stretch goals. But that's because I want them to be a surprise. So if you want to see stretch goals, I guess you'll have to get past 100. And see what happens. But yeah, like I said, you are not required to donate, but if you can't donate, the best ways to help support without spending any money is helping by sharing, showing up to streams and hanging out, telling people you know about this. Probably one of the best ways is mostly just by sharing, but also showing up to streams and hanging out with me is also another good way. Mostly because it helps me feel better about the fact that I'm doing so many little events that are mostly just to keep you guys entertained, really. I'm doing mostly my normal stream schedule. We do have several different collabs planned all over the months, but for the most part, these streams are just always to entertain. That's always what I do for my streams. They keep me entertained, they keep you guys entertained, I hope. So, regardless on if you are able to spend money to help out with the charity, with the campaign, or if you don't feel like sharing, which also is okay, you don't have to. Not required to. Only do so if you feel like you want to, if you feel comfortable doing so. And just continuing to hang out and enjoy is the most I really ask for you, or from you. But I also think it is time to get started with today's stream, because this stream is called the Pokemenu for a reason. As you can see with this little note I gave myself in the corner so I didn't forget what the challenge is. Are you hungry? Well, if you are, let's check out what's on today's Pokemenu. Pokemenu is an art challenge I'm doing for the Pokemon For Palestine fundraiser. I'll be turning random Pokemon into meals, snacks, and drinks. If you would like to request a specific Pokemon, all you have to do is send in $1 due to my Tiltify campaign, which is pinned at the top message. It is also one of my panels, the first one you see, the one with all the green and pretty. If you click that, it'll also bring you to a link to my campaign. I will only be doing specially requested Pokemon for a $1 donation. Outside of it, they will be randomized, which we are actually going to get started on now because we are 15 minutes into the stream and I have not drawn a single thing yet. All right, so there's an advertisement. Fucking move. Generation! Oh god, what? No, this is not a good list. Oh, we are off to a bad start. Okay, so I get to choose from one of 6 different Pokemon for the menu options, and, these are the 6 that I got. What? What? Why? I have Swanna, Rhydon, Garbodor, Gigantamax, Terrakin, which I think you're a legendary, Colossal, also Gigantamax, and Aerodactyl? Wow, I was really hoping for at least, like, one cutesy Pokemon that I know I would easily transform into a food, but, like, I genuinely... Okay. There are, like, 3 different Pokemon that are just straight up food items. Actually, no, not even 3. Way more than that. There's like 15. I know there's thousands of these guys, and also, yes, that does in fact mean that we have Gigantamax forms. We have the Megas. We have... I don't know if Shinies are on here. Would be really funny if the Shinies just, like, randomly show up. But, yeah, this is, okay. I have to pick one of these 6 to turn into a food, snack, some sort of food or drink. Ooh, wow, I am drawing a blank. This is not what I thought I was gonna get. I was really hoping for something far easier than this. Okay, Colossal kind of makes me think of like a giant bowl of soup because it's the Gigantamax. I'm not remotely touching Garbodor. I don't give a shit. Go away from me. We're not making you food. You would think this site wouldn't include Gigantamax. Actually, I was hoping it would. I wanted it to include the Gigantamaxes and the Megas. You can actually turn that off. It lets you choose between normal, Mega Evolutions, Gigantamax, and alternate forms. I chose to click all of them because I wanted this to be an even more random bullshit kind of challenge. And, I'm also not allowed to reroll. I have to go with, like, one of these 6 each time. I'm kind of actually liking Jolly Colossal. Also, yes, I turned on the natures for a reason. I was wondering if maybe the natures would help me figure out what I wanted to do. Jolly... Okay, so it's a happy soup. He looks like soup, does he not? Kind of looks like a soup. Okay, Gigantamax Colossal Soup. I know I could go with Swanna, but, like, nothing's really calling out to me in its design. Honestly, I like Rhydon, but, like, I can't think of a food right now that I would want for Rhydon. So I think I'm going to keep Gigantamax Colossal, copy the image, to keep it as the singular one. Boop. Alright. Pray for me, I guess, because, like, I am really just gonna be making soup. That is, like, all I can think of right now is just turn this guy into a big soup. I'm pretty glad that it's actually the Gigantamax form, because if this was regular Colossal, I don't think I'd translate him into soup yet. I wouldn't think of him as anything other than a bunch of coal. Oh goodness, I am struggling to write. Also, this is a little bit too big. Colossal. Okay, I need your name up to the side. How was this spelled? Okay. It is just Colossal. Got it. I had to make sure. Colossal Gmax. Times. Or just plus. Soup. We are getting Colossal Soup. I can't promise these are all going to be delicious. Is it weird that I first saw it as a flan cake? Like a red flan? I can kind of see this as being like a sort of like... Oh. The ref is in fact below. There we go. I can kind of see him as like some sort of like jelly too, or like a cake. Because like looking at his shape, I don't know about flan, but like he does kind of look like a cake. Let's say this is the icing. There's actually like 2 cherries that represent the little swirly things going around his head for the Gigantamax. He is sort of cupcake shaped now that I think about it. Not exactly what you're suggesting, but he is kind of shaped like a cupcake. I think I am going to turn him into just like a big chili. Okay, so he's gonna keep his like main coloration. Give him a nice soup bowl. He's gonna be a big old crock pot. Also, when these are done, I will eventually send these on my Blue Sky when they are fully finished. Depending on how much of these I get done, it depends on how I feel about them, really. Actually, if he's a crock pot, he should be a little shorter. This feels like it's a bit too long for a crock pot. His bowl, the shape of his like body though made me immediately think crock pot, which is why I'm still going to be going with soup. I could go with a colossal cupcake, because honestly I am now seeing the cupcake, but I've already locked in soup in my head. The biggest, hottest pot of chili you'll ever eat. I was also planning on doing some sort of like Pokemon trick or treat, but I couldn't think of anything, so we're sticking with this instead. Because it would have been just Pokemon being turned into snacks or like something silly. But I feel like turning everyone into foods would be better and far easier on my brain. Though I might do... Oh, I don't know what I just did. But I might do like some sort of... What's the word? Like Halloween costume challenge or something. Put all of my OCs into Halloween costumes. Draw them with a Pokemon that makes me think of them the most. Stuff like that. Is it playing the same song over and over again? I'm pretty sure we have not left this song. Oh, I accidentally had loop turned on. It has just been playing the same song over and over again. Oh, that's my bad. I'm not sure how I didn't notice for like 10 minutes, though. Sweet and sour Mimikyu candy. Ooh. Mimikyu, my little buddy. I'm kind of tempted to give the, like, crockpot a little face. Or at the very least, like, his little craggly symbols. Oh, maybe it's the lid. Maybe the lid looks kind of like his head with little teeth on it. Alright, I love this already. Even though I haven't drawn any of the food part of it, this is already silly, and I love it. Just a giant crock pot that kind of looks like Colossal, and then just like really spicy chili on the inside. His eyes look like this. Maybe a little more sideways like this. There we go. It might not scream Colossal just yet. Especially since we don't have colors, but so far, so good. I might have some of the chili, like, leaking out as well. Funnily enough, the reason why I decided to do the Pokemenu challenge is not just because of the cafe theme in general of my channel, but also because I recently saw someone turn, like, Deltarune characters into, like, foods and stuff, and I was like, oh man, that looks so satisfying. And it made me think that I want to draw more and more, like, food art. Also because of the discovery of SammyBot and the fact that it might make turning the daily orders into like actual art you see on stream and a chat message in case you don't aren't looking so much easier. So both of those combined made me realize I want to draw more food art. I need more practice, and it's always something that's fun to do. Don't want the Crocobot to be too overfull. Just a little overflowing. Even though that's kind of like the whole point. I'm not color picking directly. Mostly because I don't want to. Should make the colors a bit more bright, and honestly, maybe a little more into orange. That's definitely not the same color. Honestly, it's more pink. More saturation. That does seem kind of right for this spot right here. Honestly, I can check by doing... Yeah, that's not too far off. Okay, and then further in, it gets darker. Maybe a little more orange. I know that's probably also supposed to represent, like, the lava on him cooling, as well as it getting, like, really high up on the mountain, so it's hard to see. But I'm gonna treat it like this is just, like, a, like, demon chili, and it's getting so incredibly hot that the center of it is, like, freaking the fuck out for simply existing. So maybe be careful about eating this chili. Just a little bit. Probably little pepper flakes. Colossal volcanic chili. Chili is technically a soup, I think. I think chili is a soup. I don't think that's... I need to change the name. I might. Okay, now I have to look it up. Is chili a soup? Is chili... a soup? See, so people look this up frequently, apparently. Chili is not a soup! Uh-oh. Well... I do, in fact, have to change the thing up above. Aww. I am incorrect. Chili is not a soup. Where did I put the text? Oh, it's on the rep with Colossal. Oh, okay. Colossal chili. And let's not forget to save. Because it's very important to save. Alright, let's see. Okay, I could make more of the outside body look like the Colossal's body, like the soup bowl, but I think having his funny little eyes at the top is already good enough. I might include like a spoon that's sort of sharp looking, but I might not because it's on the inside of the soup. I'm also going to start having some like refs of nice looking food art off to the side, just to make sure I like have some good references of how to draw food, as well as some chili. Also, sorry for moving the mic. I know the noise can be a little loud, but I'm realizing my mic was a little far away from me, so I wanted to move it a little closer. Now, let's see. I guess I'll just look up food art on Pinterest and see what I get. Okay, most chilies do in fact not get substantially darker the closer you get to the inside of it. Actually, a lot of chilies in these images are very colorful and extremely fun. They have like pieces of guacamole in them, or not guacamole, but like avocado slices, little pepper slices. Some of these have like beans, corn. Some of them are quite simple. Some of them are very fun looking. Oh, that one has like little jalapeno slices in it. That one just has random nachos in it. I don't know why seeing nachos just kind of sitting on top of the chili like that is like weirdly sad to me. Just like, oh, you're gonna eat them eventually, right? Or you're just gonna let them sit in there. It's all weird. The Cosmic Cafe cannot be legally held accountable for demonic possessions caused by any sort of foods offered. True. Look, if you get possessed or melt from the inside out because you ate the demon chili, it's okay. I'll bring you back, but also I'm sorry. But also you ate the demon chili. I should not have looked up food art on Pinterest. This is all like so fucking good. Wow. This physically hurts my soul. Like, oh, so many of these things I want to just like take a bite out of or just like lick. Oh, that's cute. Someone turned that like crab Pokemon that has the rocks on its back into a cake. A strawberry shortcake. That's so cute. I love that. Still makes me hungry, but at least it's adorable. Oh, there's some really good looking fried eggs as art. Damn, these are good. None of these are remotely chili, so I'm not even... I think I know where I want to start with the chili, though. Let me see. Okay, I'm kind of seeing what I want to do. I'm just kind of gonna edit on top. Some people, when it comes to food art, don't really do any changes to what they're currently making. They just kind of add more on top. Or at least that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to edit the like very bottom image. think something like that to represent, like, different beans in the chili would be nice. Okay, there we go. Also, just like any art stream, once I start to focus, I will space the fuck out and forget to talk for a while. I am working. You can watch me silently staring. I apologize. I do tend to space out a lot during art streams. It's kind of hard to talk about, like, two different things. I also have two musics going off, so, like... It's part of the charm. Yeah, you get to silently watch me drawing. I have two different things of music going on. My brain is barely handling the fact that I'm trying to learn how to draw beans in a soup. Okay, so I have a good reference image. I might treat the little, like, embers more like cheese on the chili then. Because I know that's something I like on my chili is cheese. Okay. So I'm gonna use, like, this little technique to try and, like, represent that there's different colored beans and stuff inside of it. I think I'm mostly gonna make there less of this main color. Or I guess more of the main color. This is kind of what the vibe looks like here to me, like it's slowly layering itself more and more. There'll be more and more little spots of, like, the beans showing up. And then closer to the end, I'll add, like, some little swirly effects. How would I even do that? What effects brushes do I have? Is this a good one? Okay, well, I don't hate this effect, but I don't know if this screams the right kind of blending type I want. From a distance, it's not bad, but I'm getting rid of that for now. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good way to help add the, like, bigger pieces of, like, meat or beans that gives a chili its texture. I just need to make it so they're spaced out enough that it, like, makes sense and doesn't just look like there's a bunch of, like, really, really big pieces of pepper or something stupid like that. Chilies actually tend to have, like, three main... Most of the chilies I'm looking at least, have, like, three main colors to it. Lighter reds that look like this are more like a piece of tomato or something than, like, the base. This would definitely be, like, a bean. So would this color. There's actually, like, way more orange in most chilies. A sort of oranges red tends to be the broth. Is, like, around this color. Those two are a little too close, so maybe we make this a little lighter. If there's any, like, meaty bits, they're not that dark. And then some of them have, like, a little bit of cheese. That's a bit light for cheese, actually. And then some of them have some sour cream. This is, like, the chili color palette I'm getting from most chilies. I'm coming up with color palettes for chilies, but, like, I'm doing food art, so it makes sense, but it sounds a little silly. I still have my original grouping up. Yeah, Colossal is, like, the only thing I'm getting an actual food for. Alright, a small amount of shine also sounds like it would do some good. Yeah, understanding where the lighter parts of the dish are versus the darker parts. I'm just kind of adding stuff in to copy Colossal's colors, but I think I need to go more specifically with what a piece of food would actually look like. So let's see. I want to take, like, one or two specific images of, like, some chilies. This one has most of its food, like, floating at the top, and that's not exactly the vibe I want. This one right here is pretty good. It has some pieces floating, some pieces not. It has cheese on it. I'm gonna be real mad when I get hungry later in the day. I'm gonna be staring at, like, images of food. Going to be so very upset. Like, I haven't had chili in so long, and now I kind of want chili, but, like, luckily I ate a couple hours ago. But, like, I'm gonna be so mad later on, because I'm gonna be like, oh, well, if only I could eat some of the food I'm staring at. This also looks a lot like what I'm trying to go for. Okay, these are some good references. Which also means if I want it to look accurate, this is going to need to change a bit. I'm still keeping the bright colors because it's supposed to be inspired by the Pokemon. But, oh, I erased part of his tummy. There's like one main color. Honestly, chili doesn't really have any, like, shady spots like that at all. It has, like, one base color, and then there's the food that's in it. So I guess really what I should be doing is adding, like, the beans floating as the two darker colors. And then some cheese, I guess. How different are these two colors? I just, like, merge them a little bit. Okay. Actually, then I guess instead of just making this cheese, I'll have there will be like these little floating bits. Because what I'm seeing is some of the chilies that have like bigger pieces that are floating do still blend in a way. Just very slightly. Because they're just kind of popping out. Okay, so these will be like our three main foods. The orange triangle, the reddish brown bean, and the darker reddish brown bean. vague flavoring, probably just spicy as hell. This is also a happy soup. Remember, this is a jolly. He's a jolly colossal. He's got to be happy. They're bean flavored. Exactly. Vaguely bean flavored. Should I have practiced translating food into like really pretty and colorful art? Should I have watched a tutorial or two before starting the stream? Yeah. Am I going to fix that? Of course not. If I end up with this stream and it's just a pot of, like, vaguely red, and that's all we end up with, that's gonna be, like, the funniest way to start this. Just, yeah. I didn't think this through. Where is that original art I saw? Was that yesterday or the day before? The day before. Wait, this is still today. I just swore that all of those are TikToks I watched today. Oh, they are. I did split it up into 2 different days. Well, not TikToks, YouTube Shorts. I've, like, mostly stopped using TikTok. I can't stand it. Did I watch that video twice? Oh, I did. I watched a lot of Deltarune videos that day. There they are. Okay, so the main thing to focus on, I think, would be, like, the outline, which I have. A vaguely soup outline. So how's it going? I have chili. We have chili. I'm drawing chili. So today's plan... So, for today's plan, I'm doing the Pokemenu challenges, I'm calling it, where I turn a random Pokemon into food. We have Colossal, which is Gigantamaxed, as chili. and I'm trying to draw chili. If you would like to request a specific Pokemon to transform next, all it needs is $1, and you can choose any Pokemon for me to turn into a food next. Or a drink. Some of them get turned into drinks. So far, so something. I just had to draw this from a different angle, and then I can just, like, make this really even looking. This reminds me of those old animations. What reminds you of what old animations? Someone animated Pokemon cooking, but with other Pokemon. Alright. That's morbid. Not exactly what we're doing here, but yeah, I can definitely see. Why this might have reminded you of that. Yeah, I'm just sort of drawing them like food. I certainly wouldn't suggest you eating the colossal chili, though. That's not recommended unless you're fireproof. And have really good spice tolerance. Let's see. Galaxy, it's chili. Please don't slurp chili. There's beans and stuff in it. It's also not done. That would also make slurping very difficult. Okay. This pot looks whack. Drawing containers is also difficult. Incredibly spicy beans. Which are bean flavored, because I cannot decide what actual beans are going into this based simply off of color. I'm not an expert on beans. These could be black beans, maybe even pinto beans. A third kind of bean that is a darker color. I will not confirm nor deny. Okay, the pot is looking okay. The handles, not so much. I think I'll be removing them for just a little bit, so I can figure out how to actually proportion them properly. I might actually make the pot wider. It's supposed to, like, replicate a big, I guess ceramic? Probably not actually ceramic crock pot. Just the It's just based off of a giant pot that my mom has that she's put several different delicious foods in. I don't know if this is actually a crock pot per se, but it is some kind of pot that you eat and is not illegal. In some places. We're already on the ad break and this is all I've done? Oh no. We're off to a start. Sure are off to a start. Got this fun little craggly texture. On his tummy, which is being replicated on his crockpot. Where it's just a giant pot of chili. Okay. There do tend to be like little flecks of something. It's not pepper, like the seasoning. There are like little flecks of something. How do I mimic tiny little flecks of something? Which one of these? That's not it. Oh my goodness, what am I looking at? That's a lot more than tiny little flecks of something. Oh. Still too much. What is this even for? What am I using? This is not it. Ah! That is also not it. Sand. Oh. I guess that's fine. A little sprinkling. And then, oh, I forgot to switch back to my regular drawing brush. Okay, I'm still not fully sure what the little triangles are. I think I'm gonna get rid of the little triangles. I saw them in one of the images, like the references I'm using for a chili, and I don't even know what they are. I don't think they're peppers. They honestly look like pineapple to me. Okay, go. $0, excuse me. I don't fucking know what it is. That's what it looks like. Here, I'll DM it to you, Galaxy. I'm not really sure what this is. They kind of look like... I know they're probably not like pineapple or mango, but that's the only thing I can think of that this looks like, right? Those little chunks of yellow kind of have like the texturing that pineapple and mango have. I don't know what that is. It could, I guess it could be some sort of yellow pepper, but... Oh, we've got a $0 donation from... Wait, sorry. I thought the $0 excuse me was about something completely different. I'm sorry, Galaxy. I don't know why that didn't go through properly. Sorry, I'll have to go and click to check what you actually donated. I'm sorry, I don't know why it's saying $0. Mix It Up might be having a bit of a hard time. Thank you, Galaxy, for being our first donor to my campaign. And you're wanting to get bunnified. Ooh. How do I even check my stuff? Because you should have answered the question, right? You have an incentive. I don't know where to check my leaderboard stuff, actually. Oh, I'm not signed in. That would explain why. Sign me in. Get back. I wonder if there's like an area where I can check my incentive stuff. If it has like a queue messages? No. Dashboard. Okay, now that's your comment. Oh my goodness! Guys, good news! We're already at $260 for the entire campaign altogether. Like I said before, the goal for the whole team is $1,000. I'm only doing 10% of that with my 100. The whole goal is at 260 right now. We're on day 1 and we're already at 26. No. Yes. 26%. That's so cool. Also, thank you, Galaxy, for being our first donor. You are currently in the lead. I also now have to match you for $10. You will be getting your bunnified, don't worry. Also, let me save the small amount of progress we have on the Colossal Chili. Not only will I be owing you a fully rendered piece of any character of your choosing to be turned into a updated Kuiper Bunny, not just these silly little guys on screen right now, but the upgraded forms, which I can show you what they are going to kind of look like real quick. They are going to have a little, like, gemstone in their chest around here. That can be any shape or size you'd like. Any shape, mostly. If it's too big, it won't fit. Why did I win? Really? Okay. That feels a little rigged, but whatever. They look like this. They have 6 little legs. The tail can be anything you like, any shape, any form. It could be a lightning bolt. It could be another heart. The ears also will change. They always have these little face markings, and they do have little mouths now. But yeah, we can work on that later. But yeah, I will owe you a fully rendered version of any character. If you would like to tell me specifics that you want, we can kind of work that out. Or you can just send me a picture and I'll go with the flow. Deciding the shape, the coloration, stuff like that. I don't know if it tells me if you said anything else other than your comment. Flush name. Get bunnified, custom. Oh, is it your character? Is it you? Is that what you wanted? Oh, wait, no, that's your name, right. I sent it to you now before I forget. Ooh, who is it? Oh, it's Milton! Oh, no. Also, yes, bunnies can in fact have wings. They don't normally, though. I don't have any, like, of the custom stuff right now. Malton. Oh, sorry. But they, in fact, do have the ability to have wings. I will add wings to the upgraded versions of them when you guys get to customize those. But yes, they can, in fact, have wings. So I will be giving Malton some wings. Well, that depends on if you want them. You'll have to tell me what you're looking for. I'll show you, like, the base of what they normally look like. And we can go from there. But thank you, Galaxy. Also, I need to figure out how to add a donation. I don't want a bunny. But I do want to send in $10. Skip these and head to checkout. And wait, where is it going to take this money? From payment details. Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay, I can choose my credit card or PayPal. I'll go with credit card. Sorry, reCAPTCHA failed. Please try. You didn't tell me to do anything. What do you mean CAPTCHA failed? You prefer PayPal? You didn't even let me click anything. I'm gonna have to fight with this. I'll go with PayPal. I think I have the amount in my PayPal anyway. Also, I have no idea why Mix It Up didn't actually put the amount donated in. So let me also check that out real quick. Events, donations, Tiltify. Yeah, it's supposed to recognize the username in the Tiltify donation amount, but it didn't. For some reason. It recognizes your name, it put that in, it says username. But Tiltify donation amount didn't go off properly. Why is that? No, this is the general one. I don't want the general one. I want the Tiltify. Thank you. It should be connected properly. The total amount of donations for the currently selected campaign is a decimal number. Is it only... Wait, it's only able to count the donation amount for what's already in there? Oh, it's saying 0 because there weren't any donations before that. It can't directly count the amount that's been added. Oh. Okay, that's kind of annoying. It can recognize your name, but it won't actually add the amount you donated. That's why it said $0. It's counting what was there before. Yeah, it is really weird. I assumed that donation amount when I read it the first time is that it was going to add the amount you donated. But I guess not. Okay, either way, I'm going back to signing into my PayPal so I can match you. But thank you again, Galaxy, for the donation. This is the first $10 of matching. The entire campaign is not going to be matched because that's a bit too much money for me because I don't have a job. Well, outside of streaming. There we go. Trust this device. Authenticator app. There we go. What? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to wait for you to give me a new one because you just put that at the end. And then take from the card. Okay. Okay. Did that work? Oh, there it goes. Yay! We are now at 20. The next time someone gives $5, I will be matching that, and that will be the end of my matching. But that also means we are automatically going to be at... Well, no, actually, the next $15 I'll be matching now. Gotta head out for a bit to finish up homework. Gotta go make some fondant rosins. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yes, as you can see, I had to remove that because it's not going to count. It wasn't going to count the amount I actually donated. It was just going to say what was already in there. Well, that's fine, I guess. It's a little weird that it does that. I was kind of hoping for something different, but thank you, Galaxy, for that. I'm going to bunnyfy you eventually. Whenever I get the time, likely not during this stream, of course, since we are focusing on the Pokemenu. But yay, we are already at 20%. That also means Galaxy is at the top of the donor list, top donor, which means they are now currently going to be the winner of the top donor prize. So if you're more interested in being the top donor, you might want to donate a little more than $10. The top donor will be taken at the very end of the... So on November 30th, or at least November 31st, the day after the whole thing is done. Does the November 31st even exist? Did I... Yeah, I was about to say, wait a minute, no, November 30th is the end of it, December 1st. Sorry. December 1st, I will be handing out that reward, because that is the day the campaign ends. Also, I've said before that my donation does not count. I cannot count myself as the top donor, because I am not. I just have to match people's donations for the first 25, so I'm not going to count myself. Which means, Galaxy, you are currently in the winning for the top donor spot. Also, Galaxy, do not bite people. We're trying to encourage donations. That is the whole point of this thing. You can bite people when it's, like, for the top donor spot on, like, my Ko-fi or something. I don't care. You can have that spot, but not for the charity. No biting during charity. No biting during charity. Them's the rules. People are encouraged to donate. I'm honestly not sure, considering this is supposed to be a giant lava monster. It probably shouldn't have any. Since it's supposed to be a representative of the Pokemon I'm drawing it based off of, probably shouldn't give you any sour cream. If you eat this thing, you're fucked. Unless it's an axolotl, no biting, because they don't have teeth. Is that because they don't have teeth? I might, and I know this is going to sound horrible, might make these little, like, little thingy, the little Gigantamax thingies, and turn them into sour cream, but they're gonna be pink, and that sounds fucking terrible. So, maybe just not. Make them into little pink chilies? Maybe. That might be fun. I think there's supposed to be 3 total, so those are like the main issue with the chili. Also, outside of the bowl. The chili should be more overflowing than this. It shouldn't be contained if it's doing this. Sort of dark red color.
Ahem. I have something to say.
Yes, Rhea.
Hello Galaxy_Plague_Studios.
She's just saying hello. How nice. Thank you, Rhea. Okay. Nope. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better for it to be overflowing. Back to normal size! Okay, weirdly enough, ignoring everything I was trying to do before has made this already look like way better. And I, don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, this is already looking so much better than it was before, and far more like evil demon chili. I guess I was getting too caught up on like little details, as I tend to do. I guess that is kind of the point of like any food art. You're supposed to get the big sweeping parts first before you even think of any of the little bitty details. Which is kind of what I was trying to do earlier, but I was going about it the wrong way. But hey, that's the thing about art, is you're always going to find new ways to do stuff. So now that we have these bigger pieces of chili, it actually kind of looks like both lava and just chunky chili that's kind of overflowing because it's evil and wants out. Oh wait, actually maybe I can also use this for something with the eyes from earlier. Original color from there we go. And get rid of any of this here. I might just add his little face to the chili bowl. And completely get rid of the lid that has his eyes on it. And let's just make him a big old cute happy face, which you're going to later cut pieces out of to make it into a big old smiley teeth face. big old, maybe less smiley teeth face, actually. That's kind of what his face looks. Oh wait, he looks like he has like 2 big fangs and then like a tinier set. The chili is, in fact, not beating the "you will probably get possessed by a demon" allegations, considering this is what it looks like. It's gone from just being, like, kind of voidly looking to it has a giant face in the center of it. You probably should not eat this. But if you really want to, I'm not going to discourage you from doing so. It's just a little spicy. Don't mind the giant face in it. It's okay. There will probably be no consequences to eating chili with a face inside of it. No consequences at all. And I'm also going to make this a way brighter color. Sort of help with the flamey look to it. I also realized that it does in fact kind of just look like a big jack-o'-lantern. I'm okay with that though. There we go. You're taking too long. Sorry. I'm still thinking of the Deltarune fight. I like our big funny pumpkin buddy. You're taking too long. I guess Candle Buddy? I don't think... Since the head isn't real, I guess he's just a big candle. Have fun! Yeah, Jack and Stein. That's kind of what the Carcoal makes me think of for some reason. Because he looks kind of like a pumpkin face. You're taking too long. Just a happy, delicious chili that you probably should not eat because it has a giant flaming face on the inside of it. But if you're really hungry and like spicy food, you may enjoy it as long as you don't die. Please sign the waiver. I will not be held responsible for people melting, dying, both, or anything else that may or may not happen when you eat this chili. Possessions from demonic Pokemon. Possessions from regular Pokemon. This Pokemon is just giant lava, but like there being a face in here makes me think you're gonna get possessed. I mean, nothing. Nothing bad will happen to you if you eat this chili. I think. You're taking too long. And then in order to help with the way this looks, let's just have a fun little glowy outline. You're taking too long. Can't wait for more Deltarune streams. Yeah, we're doing... Do you think tieflings have a good spice tolerance since they have fire resistance? I mean, I don't think that's how that works. But since that's... Technically, spicy food is a form of poison. Like, if we're gonna look at it that way. If you have, like, poison resistance or poison immunity, you likely are not affected by alcohol at all, and are also not affected by several things like spices, caffeine, and sour stuff. Well, sour stuff is technically a form of acid, citric acid, which means if you have an immunity to sour, or immunity to any form of acid, you might not be able to taste sour stuff. So no, I don't think that's technically how that works, since spicy food isn't relatively hot as in like feeling wise. Technically it's a form of poison that plants make to try and keep you from eating them. Humans are just masochistic little freaks. So, and we eat it anyway. Okay, this went from me being, like, really worried that this wasn't gonna look good at all to it looking kind of like a chili, and I love it. I'm just gonna copy paste this metal. I simply don't think they would because of that, but you could still say that they would. I think it's funny that way. But they probably would not have a form of, like, spicy resistance because of the fire resistance. You can also just say they have a spicy resistance because I don't think them being a tiefling changes that. You can just say your character has a good, like, tolerance to spice. It doesn't have to be because they're a tiefling. This means that Dragonborn, Lizardfolks, Coldbald, Arakaka, Kangoo, and Owlin are immune to spicy foods. Yes, because spicy foods, capsaicin, I think it's called, the chemical in foods that makes it spicy only affects mammals. Lizards and birds are not affected by it at all. So, if you really want a character to be resistant to spicy foods based off of the D&D race you chose for them, these are the races you should be looking at, not the tiefling. It's for different reasons. Tieflings are still by, like, law mammals, so not really how that works. But if you want, like, the scientific-y way, then any lizard or bird-based character should be. Fully bird or lizard-based, not just, like, an Azamar. Or a tiefling, because those aren't technically animals. They may have animal traits, like wings sometimes, but they're still mammals, mostly. unless you're one of the Asmars that are one of the, like, animal species. You know those ones. But I think those are... That's a specific species of Asmar. But, like, sciencey-wise, you can also just say your character has a spicy resistance. It doesn't have to be because she's a tiefling. There are lots of people who are just very good at... There are just lots of people who have spicy resistance, especially if they eat it a lot. But yeah, there's so many, like, fascinating things in science. Like, just some animals are straight up not affected by spice. Just not at all. Because that's not how that chemical works for them. Capsaicin only affects mammals. Therefore, birds and lizards are essentially completely immune to the effects of spicy food and don't care. I don't think fairies count as anything remotely close to a human animal ever. So, we will never be asking that question, nor will we ever get an answer to it. They do whatever the hell they want. Biologically, fairies are everything and nothing. All at once. Thank you for lurking. Okay, let's erase from any spots that don't need to be here. Anytime I see a jack-o'-lantern, I'm now going to immediately think, you're taking too long. Simply because of that fight. I love Jackenstein. He's a fun little guy. Wait, then what would that mean elves and goblins are immune to capsaicin? I don't think so, because again, those are still mammals. I'm pretty sure most fae, or at least the more humanoid ones, still count as mammals. And elves are a part of this plane, so I think they also still count as mammals. Unless you're about to tell me that actually in D&D lore, elves lay eggs. Like birds do. I think they still all count as mammals. I thought you meant like pixies and like dryads, because they're technically elementals? And therefore, like, the furthest from a regular human person? Because they're just like sentient magic? Unless goblins in lore are like lizards. I thought they were just like short green people. This is kind of it for Karkle. I might mess with it a little bit more in the future to, like, give it some line art, make it a little more... freshen it up a bit. But this is, like, pretty good for a chili. Wait, goblins are related to Fae? I knew elves were, so I assume that's why part of the question was being asked, but, like, goblins? Charcoal! First sketch didn't even have the chili on it. Alright, that is, I think, the first, Pokemenu item done. I'm just going to make him an extra spot. For Colossal Chili. I'm going to move all of the stuff that's needed for the art down. And then we'll get started all over again, and I'll do a new reroll. Bye-bye, Colossal Chili. Alright. We are doing a new roll. Bum bum ba. God damn it. Fucking annoying ass advertisers. Okay, what? Not again. Okay, first of all, I'm just gonna show you the 6 that I got. Because it's important. Okay, look at this. Look at this. We have Carcoal, which is the baby form of Colossal, so he kind of came back in a way, and is even, I think, in the same spot? Maybe not, but, like, we have Lipard, Pineco, Gorbis, Swampert, and Cypher. Cypher? I don't know, actually. S.E. Viper. It's Viper. Whatever. We're not doing Carcoal again. I just finished Colossal as Chili. These are still not simple. I'm not fully sure of what to do for any of these. Huh. Okay. I was hoping a lot of them would just like jump out to me immediately. I'm thinking. I don't know what I would do with you, other than I guess just making you into a weird fondant cake. I guess Carkle could be turned into a cupcake. We did talk about Colossal almost also looking like a cupcake. But I think I want to try a new creature without the same color palette. I want a different color palette for a little bit. Pineco. You are just a giant pine cone, but green. Orbis is an oarfish, maybe? What are you? Swampert has the most interesting color palette to me other than Liepard. I just don't want to deal with you. Yep. Pink, your eyes are green, yellow, purple. Too much. Okay, Swampart's like a big axolotl. Huh. Okay. Is there anything Halloween-y I can think of? I guess like Swampert candies. His little fin things could be the wrapper, and then the inside would be like his like orange color, maybe? I listed snacks and stuff for a reason. So, you know. Okay, Cypher, Pine Dog. Even if I turned Liepard into something, it would just be like cupcakes with the symbols on it on top, I guess. So I think it would probably be best to turn Swampert into candies, which means we are going with Swampert. Because Swampert, I think, has 3 evolutionary stages. Because isn't Mudkip a starter? That's where Swampert comes from, right? Mudkip, there's this in between. Yeah, he's the water type starter for Gen 3, I think. It's Mudkip, Marstomp, and then Swampert. Yeah, they all have like the little finny thing on their tail, which could be really fun for candy. Hell, Marstomp even has a yellow or like an orange belly in the middle, which also makes me think of the candy. So I think I'm gonna make 3 candies representing the 3 evolutionary like options, with them all being mostly based off of Swampert, but it's like it's a reference to the other 2 like lower evolutions. Actually, wait, is he one of the starters, or is he just a Pokemon from Gen 3? Okay, can I have, like, the Bulbapedia or something? Because this thing won't let me look at anything. I don't want I want, like, the Bulbapedia page, because that tends to give me information. Oh, wait, is this it? I thought it had an image. Okay, yes, thank you for this answering it. The other website I was looking at did not answer that. So yes, he is one of the starters. Oh, sorry, Che, you were also answering. Sorry, I was tabbed out, so I was reading something. Okay, so yeah, he's a starter. The 2 colorations mixed kind of makes me think of like a candy wrapper and then the candy inside. So we're going with Swampert. It's going to be more based around Swampert than the other two. But Swampert is going to be a candy. Oh, I might even, like, make it a bag and then there's, like, one. No, because candies that come in little wrappers, I don't think they normally have little bags. Okay, so your little tail thingy looks like this. There's a little tail here, so it's like they have two tails technically, which is kind of cute. Okay, candy 1. And then I have like the unwrapped candy here. Alright. It's either that or like a kind of funny looking lollipop, because that's kind of what the little spikies make me think of, like rock candy and stuff. Oh wait, let me look more at the Pokemon itself, because I didn't for Carkol, because I looked at it and immediately was like, yep, that's a chili. That's chili right there. Okay, yeah, they're water ground, so rock candies wouldn't be the worst idea. That is just the PNG. I wanted to be taken to the page. Thank you. Okay. Oh yeah, and it also has a mega, which again still makes me kind of think of just like hard candy. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna turn Mud. Yeah, I'm definitely turning Swampert into like a bunch of candies. Also, since rare candies are like a fast way to level up Pokemon, it makes sense that a fully evolved version of a starter would be a candy. Because look, that's how he got here. He's candy. Oh god. That I heard you like Mudkip's meme is 20 years old. I can feel I can feel dust in my bones. Yeah, that's why I didn't comment on whatever that was, because I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Jay, I'm sorry. I don't know what the I heard you like Mudkip's meme is at all. I'm very sorry. So I guess I'm just gonna look up types of candy. Maybe that'll help me with like what candies tend to come in like that little wrapping. Because I'll be honest, the only thing I can think of is like Lindor chocolates. I don't think that's how you say that, but that's fine. Deal with it. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. I don't have one with me to read it right now. Which means we went from like really big spicy chili to magic candy, maybe? Not even sure what these are gonna taste like, but I know they're gonna be orange on the inside. The outside of it's gonna be blue to represent the tail and the coloring of, like, I've already forgotten your name. Marshtomp is the middle one. Swampert. Goodness. I almost called it Mudkip, and I know that's the first version, and Marshtomp is the second evolution. Swampert's little tail thing and its, like, skin color. And then the little things on its arm are gonna be the candy on the inside. Let's see. I don't know if that's just, like, any hard candy looks like that, or what? Oh, lollipops are also counted as a hard candy. Images. Oh, wow, this is just an image of a bunch of those, like, candy prize corner things where it's just a bunch of candies all sitting out. I hate that image for some reason. Something about this image makes me deeply uncomfortable about, like, a shit ton of different candies just kind of sitting out in the air. Like that. I'm worried people are gonna touch them before I try to get one and eat them. I don't like that. Get away from me. The idea of people putting their hands on something that I want to eat is upsetting. Most candies don't come like wrapped up in those cute little packagings anymore. They're all in their very well-made branded packages now. Alright, Wikipedia, give me the list of... Oh, I guess he could also be one of the lifesavers. But, like, not a lifesaver because I think that's copyrighted. But yeah, I think that could also work. That or, like, a jawbreaker, but those don't really look like anything specifically. But we'll just say that it's a jawbreaker. Because that honestly makes the most sense for the way the Mudkips look to me. It's like a jawbreaker, but it's also kind of like a Tootsie Pop, I guess, because there's like a soft center on the inside, but the outside's a jawbreaker. It's like gooey on the inside. It's not just like layered like jawbreakers are. It's just like a gooey inside for some reason. So I guess instead of it being like 3 different candies to represent the evolutions, it's the candy normally closed up, opened up, and then bitten out of. Do not buy a jawbreaker like that. Bad shit will happen to you. It's called a jawbreaker for a reason. I'm sorry, why is it when I look up jawbreaker candy, I get a recommendation from Amazon about Willy Wonka's everlasting gobstoppers? Those things killed a child. I'm not eating that. I watched that movie. I am not eating anything from Willy Wonka. I want to, but I know not to. Hey, good job. At least I'm pretty sure the gobstopper was one of the ones that killed the kid. Jawbreakers that change color and flavor. Yeah, that's the fucking blueberry girl. I am not eating this. I am not touching this. I thought gobstoppers were just like gum, though, was the thing she ate. I could have sworn it was called the gobstopper. Either way, I'm not eating this. I won't even be touching it. Also, can I save, please? Please? Flipsio Paint's throwing a fit right now. I'll start drawing again in a second. Excuse me. But yeah, also, I'm having a great time with this challenge. Drawing food is something I always have found really neat, so I'm glad I got a chance to actually draw some. Because these little guys are kind of fun to turn into little critters and little foods. Yay, it finally stopped. I don't know why I've decided that there's a jawbreaker that if you break into the center is like gooey. Sounds terrible. Sounds incredibly weird, honestly. But that's what I've decided. We're working on the basic sketch, and then we'll get working on the colors. Oh yeah, in other news, it's also a good practice to start drawing different like foods and stuff, because I'm going to be looking into SammyBot starting this weekend, and I am so incredibly excited because if it works the way I think it does, I can finally have the daily order show up on screen while actually being the order you got as an image and in the chat, because that's really what I've been wanting. Because I want it to say in chat what order you got as well as show up on screen, which is not something I don't think I could have done with Mix It Up. And if it is, it probably would have been a very bad idea to ask Mix It Up to do all of that at once. But SammyBot is, like, kind of made for shit like this. And is also incredibly powerful. So I'm very excited to mess with it. We'll see if I like it more. I might even start changing a lot of stuff around my channel to help revolve around it. Like, it can do, alerts and stuff, which technically Mix It Up can also do. I've just been kind of scared to mess with more and more streaming stuff. But, like, I'm really excited to see where it goes, because a lot of people do a lot of complicated stuff with SammyBot. And it seems pretty damn neat, so I'm gonna give it a try. Swampert candies. Sounds kind of painful, but worth it. I have no idea if it will be. Yeah, eating one of these candies, them being like a jawbreaker on the outside and them being like sour, gooey on the inside sounds like a terrible idea. But hopefully it's good. You draw. I'm realizing this is like a weird, messed up candy version of like a lava cake. Look, it's either they're like a weird hard... Okay, maybe not a jawbreaker per se, but like definitely a hard candy of some sort. Also, yes, I do in fact know what kind of candy I'm thinking about, but I don't want to call them by their name. So I'm just going to say Gushers instead. But yes, I do know that there is a candy that I'm thinking about that isn't hard candy on the outside, but it does kind of look like this. And I don't want to say its name. It's terrible. I'm totally not looking up candies. You'll see, it's the one with the name that you can tell the reason why I don't want to say it. If you see it, you'll know. Candy that has like this sort of gooey, gummy inside, and they probably are really tasty. I just don't want to say their name. Because I find their name unfortunate. I'm going to have the candy be like separated in this sort of way to mimic his little arm things. Because I don't want to mimic the little spikes on them. One, because I don't want to draw that, and two, because I don't want to draw that. That's the main reason, is I don't want to draw the little 3D spiky things in any way, shape, or form. So. Okay. So yeah, the Swampert candy has a lot going on. It gets 3 separate parts to it. What the candy looks like wrapped, what the candy looks like unwrapped, and then what the candy looks like when you finally get to bite into it. Which honestly sounds kind of terrible. Okay, now I get to make this opaque and get coloring. I'm going to actually just like copy paste this time and then slightly edit the colors in a way that I like. Hey Wolf, thank you for the save reminder. We're working on Pokemenu today, which is a little drawing challenge I'm doing, where I turn Pokemon into delicious snacks and other things. The first thing I made today was the charcoal chili. And now we are working on Swampert candies. I'm not fully sure what to call these things. I have yet to decide what their weird little name is. Welcome back from ads. I apologize that you had to sit through them, but I appreciate that you did. Shay, what wait, did I like mess up a sentence and that's something I said? What is that? What, huh? It's the name suggestion. May I ask what Werpies is supposed to mean? Just like swamp pert candy is Werpies? The spelling of it just makes me think of herpes, which is why I'm just like, I don't know about that. I don't think I'm gonna give these like an official sounding name, since the charcoal chili or yeah, colossal charcoal is the baby form. I keep wanting to call him Carcoal. That's his baby form. Because Colossal is just chili, I guess. And this candy is like super complicated. It's a hard candy that has like a gooey center. If I was gonna call them anything, I might call them like Swamp Pearls, and have them have like the tagline of like the best candy in the bayou or something like that. Since they're supposed to be like since Swampurt's like a mudfish. Well, I know I looked at Mudkip and he's called the Mudfish Pokemon. Swampert, what are you? Okay, they're all the Mudfish Pokemon. Nope, I've decided that color is the worst and the most awful choice I could have made. We're gonna go with like a lighter yellow. I also like, for some reason I'm thinking that these are honey flavored. I guess because I made them make these little... You're right, they're mud skippers! I thought they were axolotls, which they might still also be based off of, but they're little mud skippers. That makes sense. Especially with their funny little eyes. I guess I should try to keep the colors pretty bright still, though. I feel like these are bright colors. I just have them on like a background that's kind of dark, I guess. Alright, let's give it some shading. Then a slightly darker, redder color. Ooh, that's not it. I'm giving the candies little faces because I've decided they deserve them. The outside wrapper has a little happy face. There we go. These are a little bit more simple, but I'm okay with that. They're probably honey flavored. I've just decided they are because of the coloring. Actually, I really like this one. It took way less time because I kind of already knew what I wanted by looking at them. Alright, almost forgot to write your name up top. No. Swan. Swampert. X. Candy. Swamp Pearls. I don't know how to spell Bayou. So I'm gonna look that up. I think it's B-Y-O-U. Oh my goodness, I was right. No, it's B-A-Y. Okay, I had all of the words in it, but I was there wrong order. But I'm surprised how close I got with that, though. So it's B-A-Y-O-U. It's a hard candy that's soft on the inside, just like a Swampert when you make friends with it. Alright, I am deeply happy with this already. Like I said before, I will be going back and messing with these to make them a little more clean before I post them. But the end goal is just to get a start for them, and then eventually... Bayou always looks weird spelt out. Yeah, a little bit. They don't need any more. Yes, they do. Feed the slimes more carrots and pogo fruit. They need more. They need more. They're hungry. I also like how much faster I got this done with only having one extra layer, while Carcoal over there has like 50. Swamp Pearls. Alright, that also means that I am essentially done with this part, so we are moving on to the next challenge. So, let me go look for a new list of 6 Pokemon. Please, you know, I'm even gonna refresh for hopefully some ones that are less annoying. Generate! Oh, a lot of these are actually freaking adorable. Okay, these are fun. I'm seeing a good option for like a hard candy. I'm seeing something that could be fun for cotton candy. I'm seeing Eevee. I'm seeing Ho-Ho. Alright. This is the list we are picking from for the third. Honestly, if it was Pikachu, I was gonna be really mad because, like, of course it's the fucking mascot. You're gonna turn into a parfait. Pika Pika Parfait. Alright, we have Ho-Ho, Woobat, Machop, a Lowland Dug Trio, which is really funny. Drudgeon, and Eevee. I think I'm saying that right. So Drudgeon, Drudgeon makes me think of like a hard candy, but like a multicolored one. Eevee could also be any form of like little parfait, cupcake, sweet candy kind of thing. Or not candy, but like sweet treat kind of thing. Machop, no idea. I'm not even remotely sure what I would do with Machop. Woobat, I might turn into a cotton candy, if anything, because that's kind of the vibe it gives me. It's like a cotton candy with like some weird little bat wing decorations. Ho-Ho! French fries, weirdly enough? But like, that's kind of a stretch and it's only the tail. I feel like I'm trying to make it that I use their colors and some of their theming to make a candy. I'm not like turning the Pokemon into food. I'm just basing food off the Pokemon. If we were doing that, then I'd pick Ho-Ho because it's the one that looks the most like a big chicken, I guess. Or a turkey. And it would be the most simple. I haven't drank water in a while. I'm gonna drink some water. I don't really feel like figuring out how to draw 3D shapes and a bunch of like big 3D triangles right now. So Machop Machop is a protein bar. Is it weird that that almost convinced me to make Machop a protein bar and just like say screw it to the easiest Eevee ever? Eevee and Woobat are kind of calling to me. No idea what I would do with a Low and Doug trio. Weirdly enough, other than making them chicken nuggets that I guess you're dipping into like honey mustard. It's like the most that makes sense to me. So, let me think. I think I'm gonna go with like an Eevee parfait because it makes the most sense and it's also the simplest. I'm gonna turn its little like collar thingy upside down and make it into like some whipped cream. I'm gonna pretend its little ear thingies are like here. I'll show you an example of what I'm thinking of right now. Also, in case you're wondering, no, I will not be allowing myself to do the same Pokemon again. So this is it for Eevee. Like, you know those little chocolate bars that people like to have? Or like, those little, like, not candy straws, or like cookie straws, I think is what they're called. So like Eevee's little ears would be cookies. That just look like the Eevee ears. Though, to be more fun, I'm gonna decorate the outside with little, like, candy drops that are colored after the different evolutions. So at the very least, make Eevee a bit more fun, because it's gonna be like this really giant parfait thing, but also represents the fact that Eevee can turn into just about everything. A single heavenly pancake. I'm assuming that the heavenly pancakes are like those big ass, like cloud ones that people make, so I feel like you only really need one. Those things are massive. But yeah, the next Pokemon we are working on is definitely going to be Eevee. That is already making my teeth rot. Yeah, okay, the top of it's like way too big. That's okay. Ignore that. It's fine. Here, let's add in the actual ref for specifically Eevee. We're going with Eevee as our third Pokemenu item. You're so freaking cute. Love your big ass eyes. I am also going to have to look up parfaits because I don't actually know what's in them. I don't actually know what a parfait is. I just keep saying it because I got the star parfait in Undertale once. Okay, parfait is either of two types of dessert. I'm sorry, there's two types of parfait. Parfaits. In France, where the dish originated, parfait is made of boiling cream, egg, sugar, and syrup to create a custard-like, meringue-like puree, which is then frozen. The American version consists of layers differentiated by the inclusion of ingredients such as granola, nuts, yogurt, and liquor, topped off with fruit or whipped cream. Oh, or is this the Japanese parfait? Because the images it's giving me, I'm thinking of, is a Japanese parfait. Made in Osaka. Oh, okay, so I'm thinking of the American parfait, not the French parfait. Got it. Because if this is what, if these are the French parfaits, then I'm making an American one. Okay, got it. So I'm thinking of having it be like a sort of layered... little layered thing. It has some whipped cream at the top. Yeah, a lot of these parfaits have granola, so these are like the American versions. So the Eevee parfait is going to have like little cookies on her ears. It's also kind of like an ice cream, but like it's a parfait. I'm saying it's a parfait now. It may not entirely look like that. I might want to get out the symmetry tool, but for now, we're just going to leave it be. I'm going to have this be like my... You're not in the refs. In the refs. Oh, you were in the refs. Never mind. I'm going to have this be like my little thumbnail. The one I made first, because that's just like the rough sketch of what I want to do. Shrink it. Shrink. But yeah, to make it more, to give it a little more shape to it than in just being the, Eevee's colors, because there's only 2 colors for Eevee. Technically 3 if you count the ears. But yeah, I do want to reference the Eeveelution options by giving it little, like, candies or something on the outside that have the colors of each Eeveelution. There's a very specific type of cup that these parfaits are in that I'm looking at. Yeah, here's one. Copy image. This fucking thing. Oh god, that's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be. This. I don't know how to make this. That is such an interesting and complex shape. I don't even know where I would start. So maybe I simplify it, because this... I've made them before. Ooh. What was in yours? Okay, maybe we just make the shape a little simpler. Oh yeah, they're all like big triangles. I'm seeing that, yeah. They're not too tall. They're all a sort of like very thin cone shape. Yeah, I'm getting out the symmetry tool. Fuck this. It's far too much. Strawberries. And also the best technique in order to keep me from going too small. Make all of the details way bigger. I think this is almost good enough. I'm gonna keep being picky. Don't like it yet. I could also just make it like a normal glass. A lot of these are a normal glass. You know what? I'm just gonna just make it simple. Thank you for the save reminder, Fancy. No. I am currently waiting for it to save, but it is, close to Yopain is being close to Yopain. Oh, wait, no, or was I just tabbed out? Actually, there's something I wonder about with these lines. Ooh. Yeah, I'll go with this cup. Now to move it all the way to the very bottom. Get rid of the symmetry tool. I no longer have need for it. And now we go. So the little triangle shaped, or I guess they're not really triangles though. Because they're also not rhombuses, because they have an end like this. Either way, little cookie things that represent Eevee's ears. Also, weird. Is it weird to say that this song makes me think of Pig Step? Is anyone else getting that vibe? Okay. Now for the fruits. Okay, I don't know if they're going to be fruits, but they're going to be the evolutions at least. Okay, so the whipped cream is like the upside down version of their little chest fluff. We'll have a few layers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 evolutions. So I'll give them 3 because I think a bunch of them were added in the same game, right? Because I know Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon are from the same game. And then Espeon, when were you added? Oh, it in fact does not tell you unless you go to them. Oh yeah, wasn't Sylveon introduced by itself because Sylveon's a fairy type and fairy types didn't exist until recently? Ish. Not recently, 300 Pokemon ago. Sylveon is exactly 700 in the Pokédex. So I think I'll add one for you right here at the very top. You're the most recent evolution. Glaceon, you're generation 4. Leafeon is generation 4. Come on, let me go back. Umbreon is generation 2. Does that mean so is Espeon and the other 3 were in generation... Yeah, okay. Generation 2, and then the other ones are generation 1? There we go. Gen 2, correct. Hey, there we go. Sorry, I was looking at Bulbapedia, so I did not... That was not easy. I feel like Sylveon would be like a cupcake. Oh yeah, the other evolutions are not all going to be a parfait. If I get the other ones, there's just references in them for Eevee or... But actually, there's a few too many lines, because if I want the lines to be for when each one was added, there's also a little pyramid. That's fun. So we have Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, Glaceon, Umbreon, and then Sylveon's up here by itself. Alright, back to looking at parfait references. Then again, maybe it can have more than one coloration for each layer. Because what? Let's say for top layer, highest up, is a layer of fruit and stuff. Then this would be a layer of cream. Here. Layer of fruit and stuff. So this layer is fruit. Well, like a single triangle to represent like a strawberry, I guess. Layers of berry. Layer of cream. A layer of more berries. And this would be sort of like some sort of rocky granola at the bottom. Or like a piece of cake, I guess. And the little evolution... But then again, I guess if the evolutions are representing... Because okay. I'm thinking that the Eevee parfait is like cream. And then some like coffee substance. That are like chocolate. To represent the brown of Like Eevee's fur and then maybe the ears. Oh yeah, 100%. Glaceon would definitely just be an ice cream. Maybe an ice cream sundae, though. Give him a little bit more than that. Okay, this might be a kind of a silly idea. What if Eevee's like a graham cracker parfait? Or like a s'mores parfait? There's like little chocolate bits. The cream is like a marshmallow fluff of some kind. And then there's like little bits of chocolate inside of it. So there's like this sort of graham crackery bit at the bottom here. We'll add in the cream, which is essentially marshmallow, which means this is going to be even worse for your teeth than you thought it was. Another but thin layer of the graham cracker stuff. Another thin layer of graham cracker. And then the evolutions aren't fruit inside of it. They're like little colored chocolates. Also, because I get to make the joke about evolutions being like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're going to get. And they're all different colored boxes of chocolate. Or just, I guess, different colored chocolates that you get out of the box. And then we'll have some, like, normal triangle chocolates throughout to, like, mix it up. Even though you guys will know that each colorful one is an evolution. I could also add some little, like, chocolate shavings on the giant whipped cream up top. Shavings. Little chocolate triangles at this point. They are not shavings. They are just little triangles. I am simplifying stuff as much as I can for my sanity's sake. Which means there's not any actual fruits in here, but honestly, is that really too wrong for an Eevee? The only colors they should be adding is from their evolutions, since they're just this cute little choco chunks. Yeah, like little chunks of chocolate. And then the colored ones are the evolutions, and then we'll still add their little, like, ear things. Little cookies that represent their ears. Also, we are coming up on the next ad break pretty soon, and I think I'm going to actually end the stream a little early. I will, like I said before, I will continue to work on these either on other streams, art streams, or offline, so I can send, pretty them all up and send them out at the end, or send them out when I'm done with them and put them on my Blue Sky. But this is what we have worked on today. We have the Swampert candies, the Swamp Pearls. We have Colossal Chili that is totally not possessed by a demon and probably won't kill you if you eat it. And we have the Eevee/Eeveelution chocolate parfait. Or, sorry, s'mores parfait. So, yeah, this was a really fun challenge. Thank you guys for joining me for this. I am going to just add the note that this is Eevee/Eeveelutions, because the Eeveelutions will also get their own if they show up in the next polls. But this was super fun. Actually, no, the Eeveelutions aren't even technically in here at all. EVX Parfait. Spelling this right, aren't I? Yeah. Eevee as the s'mores parfait. It is so sweet that you will probably have no teeth by the end of it when you finish it. But hey, at least it tastes good. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for the first day of Pokemon For Palestine. It has been an absolute joy. I'm sorry, did Galaxy just do a fucking backflip? What just happened to your bunny? What did you do? What was that? I guess maybe it fell, but it looked like it did like a flip or something, and then started going back to normal. That's fine. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me for the first day of Pokemon For Palestine. I will continue to be doing streams just to promote the fundraiser as we go. I will have different events on...
I have something to say.
Yes, Rhea?
This stream do be witchin'.
Thank you, Rhea. The stream also do be ending. But yeah, thank you again, Galaxy, for the first $10 of the campaign fundraiser money. We are now at $20 as I have matched you, which means we are 5 away from you guys getting to choose my profile picture on all of my socials and Discord. No, not Twitch. I'm sorry. Hands off. Social medias only. But yes, my Blue Sky, my Tumblr, and my Discord profile picture will be changed when we get to 25, and you guys get to help pick what nonsense I have for it for the next month. Starting when it gets picked. If I donate it right now, do I get to pick, or is it a vote? It's a chat thing. Yeah, chat gets to help pick. So you guys can start suggesting things, I'll bring them on screen, and you guys get to vote from there. So it's not the person who gets us to 25, it's everyone gets to be a part of it. I also get to veto anything weird. No, it cannot be not safe for work. I don't care. Especially not my Discord. Everyone can see that. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I hope to see you guys next time. Next week is going to be complicated. If you have seen my schedule for next week, we are going to be a day off for every stream. So, starting next week, and don't worry, it'll be back to normal the week after that, but on Tuesday, I will be streaming Deltarune with Echo. On Thursday, I will be streaming... Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll be streaming on Thursday. And on Saturday, I will be doing the Archipelago Randomizer with several of my other teammates. We will all be streaming it, we'll all be, I think, sharing chat, and I will be playing Raft alongside them. So Archipelago is essentially all of you play a game and they're all tied together. And when all of those games are tied together, they're also being randomized. So the Archipelago Randomizer. Galaxy, that's nice, but we're also not at 25 yet. So I will add that to the list, but when we get to 25, then we can choose my profile picture. We're not there just yet. Galaxy, if you want to change that right before the end of stream, I will allow it, and I will show that, and everyone can decide if we want that to be the picture. If you really would like to, I can, we have 9 minutes because I snoozed the next ad break. If you would like to do that, alright. Alright, I'm grabbing the picture now. Chat gets to pick my profile picture. All right, everybody, eyes on screen. I'm just gonna save this here. I am waiting for it to go off in chat, but I do have the image already readied up. Oh, we're doing a bunny battle too. Fight, fight, fight. Oh, the image is slightly too big. It loads slow. Yeah, I know. I dealt with it a second ago. You're good. This takes up... I'm gonna have to, like, make this cover up most of the screen. Alright, either way, since Galaxy is going to be getting us to 25, that is our first milestone. 1, thank you, Galaxy. Also, I have to match you again for another $5, so I guess I am also going to be doing that. So let me get the Tilt 5 open back up. I stopped matching people after I've donated $25, so if people want to get... Don't worry, you do not have to get past me, but... Also, Galaxy, I would suggest choosing one of the things. Falling... Oh, wait. Galaxy, that's not your account, is that? Or did it choose a new name? Because last time it called you Galaxy. Like... It gave you a random name? That's super funny, actually. Why did it give you a random name? That's, like, really funny. Why is it only at $10? I would like to donate 5. Oh. Oh, that's to the main goal. I'm not even donating under mine. There we go. Donate now under my goal. Pokemon, do you want Eevee? Here, I'm buying the draw Pokemon for 5 minutes. I'm gonna add that to the cart. Matching Galaxy. Payment details, PayPal. Do I have to sign back in? Probably. It was like 2 hours ago. Snoozed. I'm using up all of my snoozes to try and keep this stream going. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the image that Galaxy wants. So it just has me down as 15 so far. Yeah, it's adding you... It knows who you are, I guess, so it's adding it all together for the top donor thing. Alright, so this is the image Galaxy wants to make my profile picture. How do you guys feel about this? Do you want more image options? If you have any more, submit them in the Discord and the media chat. If not, just say you want this, I guess. So this is, this is what Galaxy is recommending. Okay, we have 1 yes. I know Galaxy wants this to be the yes. I should not have taken a drink. Shay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is Hatsune Spamton. I don't know how to... I'm fine with this. Okay, well, thank you for being so... Thank you for helping with the vote for this. I don't... This is terrible. Alright. That's essentially, 3 yeses, because Galaxy recommended this. Okay, I might have my password in wrong. Let me just type that out again. I'm over here. That's fair. If anyone has any counter requests, post them now. Okay, I didn't have to confirm myself again. Sure, I need a minute to recover. Alright. God damn it. It's like that's definitely majority. We have Galaxy, Wolf, Shay, Fancy, 4 yeses. Galaxy's trying to get Echo just to say yes. I have a feeling Comet is also okay with this because it's Spamton. Alright, yep, I'm gonna go. Wait, also Galaxy, who made this? Because there's no, like, who made this? Where'd you get this from? I need to be able to, like, tell people who made my profile picture. Also, I will say, Galaxy, if you can't find it, I will remake the image of Spamton as Hatsune Miku. You do have to make a genuine effort, though. Genuinely try to go find and see who made this original art. And if you cannot find them, I will just remake it on my own. It's a sticker. Wait, but who made it? Here, let me, like, reverse search this. Maybe I can find it. That's you wait. You sent the link. Hey Echo, yeah. This is gonna be my new profile picture, so I guess. So design is sold by this person. Is that the actual person who made this though? They are an artist. They have multiple versions of the sticker and other Deltarune stickers, so I assume this is the proper person. Do you have, like, social medias I can DM you on? So I'd also like permission before using this, or see if they have, like, rules against this. They speak 3 languages. Holy shit. When's the last time you posted something? Not too long ago. DMs are open. Okay, so this is the actual person. I'm just gonna DM them. Hey, do you mind if I use your Spamton sticker as a profile picture? I haven't used my Twitter in fucking ages, and now I'm using it to ask this person. I'm going to ask first before I change it. If they say no, I'll just remake it. I'm not gonna, like, trace it. Let me make that clear. I am going to draw Spamton as a Hatsune Miku. I am not going to trace the image. I'm using it as inspiration. Oh yeah, Comet, we made it to the goal of $25, so, I have to let chat choose my profile picture. Oh yeah, by the way, this is by Solix, SoloX Art? I'll just type their name in chat. That is what this, that's who made this. They are on Twitter, they are on, I think, Instagram as well. Spam Hatsune Miku sticker as a profile picture. Their charity event, and they okay, I'm asking first because you just shouldn't really use people's art without their permission for stuff. Profile pictures, especially if credited, sometimes are okay. Some artists don't like when you do that, so I'm gonna send the ask first. If they say yes, I will be using it and crediting them. If they say no, I will be making a completely different design for Spamton Miku. Do you mind if I use profile picture? I had to let my chat pick a profile picture for a charity event, and they chose that. If you do mind, I won't use it. I will credit you if you are okay with it. So. Okay. All right, sending them that DM. Their DMs are open. I have no idea if they're going to respond. But either way, thank you guys for joining me. I can only imagine the person's reaction. Just like, hey, yeah, charity event. Do you mind if I use it? If no, I'll just fuck off. Thank you for your time. All right, either way, I need you to start this raid before the ads go off. We got 3 minutes. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Galaxy, for donating $15 for the first stream. It means so much to me that you would do that. I really appreciate it, man. But yeah, let's go find somebody to raid. There are a lot of good people streaming right now. There's a lot of good options. But I think I'm actually going to send y'all over to... Oh, wait, you've been streaming for a really long time, actually. You're probably going to end soon. Oh, you know who just started streaming 30 minutes ago? Dread did. So I'm going to send you guys over to Dreadful, or just Dread Gnome. Sorry, I almost said Dreadful Gnome. That's not never name. Why is Dread a cat girl maid? Okay, either way, Dread's a cat girl maid and is playing Dead by Daylight. I'm not 100% sure why, but go enjoy that stream. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for hanging out with me for today. This was a great stream. I will be finishing up all of the art I made today and sending them out on my Blue Sky later. I'll also be posting it in the Discord to link to that so you can go and see it. Thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow's or next week's streams are going to be off by 1 day. If you're in the Discord, you'll get the ping. If you follow me on Blue Sky, you will also get a notification of when I start streaming. Thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time, but even if I don't, just remember to have a good day, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is for you in your time zone. Bye-bye! I don't know why I started speed running my outro. I don't think the ads were that close to my ass, but I'm running from them anyway.